Hello everyone. I'm here at the special session which has been convened by the governor. I'm taking a break from the House floor. Right now we are debating in the House the transportation lockbox. I'm in favor of the lockbox. Right now there's no mechanism in place to stop money that goes into the Special Transportation Fund from being siphoned off and being used for other purposes. And I think we would all agree, and I certainly have favored that money that is earmarked for transportation be used for transportation and for actual projects. So the lockbox is designed to prevent the legislature from raiding the special fund in the future. Unfortunately, the language that's up right now doesn't completely prevent a future legislature from doing that. But on the other hand, it makes it more difficult. And so as far as I'm concerned, right now there are zero protections. So with this bill, maybe we get 40% or 50% of the way there. And so in my mind, going from 0 to 50 is better than doing nothing. So I'll vote for it. In the future, if we can tighten it up even more and prevent any monies from going out, I'll be happy to vote for that as well. The other bill we're going to be looking at is for the budget. And as right now, the budget is out of balance. The budget was put together earlier this year really in a way that was not done with financial integrity, and it was based on faulty assumptions and wishful thinking. And so now, unfortunately, we're living those consequences. What's being proposed is something I cannot support because it doesn't really address the fundamental issue with the budget. If you can imagine a budget where revenues have to equal expenses, and if the revenues are not growing, they're flat, our economy, Connecticut's economy is not going anywhere, and then on the expenses side, you break it into two categories, 60% and 40%. The 40%, I won't mention its name, but it's growing at double-digit rates, and we're not allowed to talk about that. We can't discuss it. We can't do anything about it. It's off the table. So all the focus then is on the 60%, and the 60% are things like the hospitals and Medicaid and transportation and the parks and the police and the universities, social services, things that I believe government should be doing, but they're taking it on the chin, and I don't think that's right. The other 40% happens to be state union employee wages, benefits, which include pension and health care and post-retirement. We need to take a look at those and renegotiate the contracts similar to what many other towns and cities in Connecticut have already done and make it more in line with the private sector. An analysis showed that if we do that, we could save the taxpayers upwards of $2 billion a year if we get it closer to the private sector. And so that's what I would like to see happen, but unfortunately that's not what's happening today. So I'm going to speak against that and vote against it, and I'm going to continue fighting on behalf of all of us in Norwalk and New Canaan for the taxpayers and for fiscally responsible government.